Why? Okay. All right. Put it, yeah, put it in, because I'm gonna pull you into live stream. Um,
All right.
yeah.
I'm not late, am I?
No, 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 no. You're good. I'm about to jump over to live stream and start the stream up, and then once my music's done, I'll go ahead and pull y'all in.
What are you talking? We're
This could
just
be
talking
interesting.
about this one thing, man. What are you talking about?
Hold
That's
up,
the whole
wait,
point of it.
wait.
Yep.
Yeah, calm down, calm down.
What
All
what do
right,
you
I'll
mean?
be
What do
right
you
back,
mean?
guys.
What do you mean calm down? I'm not being am I getting amped up or something? Sorry.
No, 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 no.
I don't even know what
I'll
you're
be
talking
back,
about right
guys.
now. Okay. All right. We'll wait for you to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been live for like 4 hours. Yep. Uh-huh. So you're showing something from a person that I'm not supposed to talk about, and I'm honoring that by not saying their name. No, I'm going to respect what they asked, Vincent. And if they don't want to be talked about, I'm not going to talk about them. First of all. Second of all, this is statements from 2024, almost 2 years ago at this point. So what is the point of this? And this is also just testimony. Let me see here. Well, what does this have to do with the tweet, Vincent? I mean, you're talking to me like a fucking. You're talking to me like kind of like a condescending, like, you know. You're talking to me like I'm a child. No, what we're talking about is the tweet, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Okay? If you want to talk about other stuff after, and this goes okay, then I might be willing to. But right now, I'm here to talk about the tweet. Yep, that's what you're here for. That's what I'm here for. That's what I agreed to be here for. Yep. Yep, it was. I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad you found it funny. The thing I will say is, like, if you're gonna try to use stuff against me from like 2024, like, okay, I know, but when I see, so just to be clear, when I see those screenshots that, for one, are testimony from a person that you told me I'm not supposed to talk about, first of all. Second of all, that are from 2024, which is like a very different time, right? Like, I think we can both agree that I have, you know, fundamentally changed since 2024. I'm just unsure what the point is here. Okay. Okay, so you admit that I've changed. So what's the point of holding stuff against me from 2024 then? I could be hiding it better. Interesting. Uh-huh. freak. Okay. So what are we waiting on for Wargaming Dad here? I have no plans to. I'm just intending to talk about the tweet. I think you represent yourself just fine.
Okay. Someone messaged me. I actually got someone, guest lined up for later. So yeah, I should be live and vocal. I don't have the right fucking screen, it looks like. So I'm okay. There. That's the right screen for me. We are anyone tuning in now. We are waiting for War Daddy Gaming to go live, and Dickers is messaging me. Oh god.
What is Dickers saying?
I have no fucking clue. Let me take this down real quick. On my side, I have a lovely little thing. Shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still kind of confused what we're waiting on in terms of Wargaming. Did he make any indication?
He's
what
probably dropping the kids off at school. Okay, are you back?
Welcome, boys. Welcome, boys.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you fall and can't get up? Is this like a Matlock?
I play my music beforehand. I always play my music beforehand.
Oh, I didn't realize you were.
potty.
I didn't realize you were getting ready for stream.
Yeah.
My bad. I should have explained that better. Yeah, I was just about to start it up. So
No worries.
We're all
No worries.
streaming.
All right.
You got the most viewers, Simpleton.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
that doesn't matter.
It
doesn't
really
Right?
doesn't. The fact should matter. So let's bring up the tweet, okay, for everyone in the, well.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and bring up the tweet here that we're in question. If you weren't around, Templeton came on, was it Wednesday? No, you came on Monday.
Thank you for the tip.
And talked about this particular post that we had on here. I'll go ahead and read it out. So this Denial Torres really seems to hate morale. And a lot of you guys.
That person is rather
Thank you for the 5.
unhinged, like most of the people in the commentary. I'm not gonna vouch for their sanity. I don't know if they're star-based or not. Can you tell I nuts to send me the information? He was like, "Oh, come on stream and talk about it." I was like, "Yeah, send me the information so I can go over it."
Yeah, I don't know. Tell him to.
I
said to Wargaming earlier that I'm not really gonna necessarily there was circumstantial evidence for it, but at this point I don't feel like there's no. Let me finish what I'm saying so that you can understand.
Okay,
You're fine. But so there is circumstantial evidence to indicate that he is that is star-based, but at the same time the evidence isn't direct enough for me to stake a full-on claim for it.
Okay.
But it was funny rage baiting Denal for a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
All right. So the one we have here is Morale and Hempleton expose the ultimate commentary fraud hoarding CSAM. That's a pretty visceral statement. Then it goes in, Morale is a degenerate failed streamer who has been canceled 4 times and forced to rebrand. He poses as a moral gatekeeper. This is an interesting one because I don't know that I've ever considered him a moral gatekeeper, while hiding his own gross interactions with underage girls. His partner, Hempleton, routinely dresses up like a total psychopath. Partner.
I find that weird. Yeah. I told him
we all celebrating a lot in Pride Month. I don't know y'all's relationship, but we'll talk about that here. He screams unhinged garbage like it's rape time. Okay. On stream and is a known toxic doxer. Have you ever doxed anybody, Hempleton?
I have never doxed anyone. No. I've never doxed anyone.
I haven't seen Hempleton dox anyone. Okay.
And I'm also not a CSAM hoarder, for the record.
No.
Oh wait, yeah. I kind of figured that went down. So
not even Morale's a CSAM hoarder. I mean,
no,
right.
He has questionable taste. You know, he has a personality that it's questionable, but there's no evidence for it.
Yeah. The rest of this is basically saying that I guess there was a Himpleton video made by Slime Beast that was claimed to be fabricated, but Slime Beast, I guess, dragged y'all over the internet and proved it wrong. And that Morale admitted that he didn't watch the video, right? I've gone through all of these tweets over this so far and the videos in it, and it doesn't really show much for me personally.
Yep.
Especially the CSAM stuff.
Would you like me to kind of explain the old Slime Beast thing that was at this point is almost 2 years old?
Yeah. Let's go with it.
Explain what happened there. Okay, great. So essentially, Slime Beast came to me and showed me a video that he was making on my at the time good friend Morale. And Morale and I are friends now. We just aren't as close as we were. So Slime Beast comes to me and shows me this video, and it was a very unhinged video where towards the end, it essentially pedo jackets Morale. It makes him sound like he's like, essentially a pedophile.
I disagree, by the way. Okay, go on.
Okay, thank you for the interruption. You can.
Yeah, let him finish. We'll focus on that later.
Thank you. So anyways, I felt like it pedo jacketed Morale, and I, felt like it was pretty disingenuous. And so as a result, I took the video and I showed it to Morale because, obviously I was not a fan of the way that it was going. Now, in retrospect, right, the way that I did it was probably like pretty jumping the gun-ish. And I could have, like Slime Beast and I talked about this at a later date. And I did admit that I could have just like talked to him about it and been like, I feel like you're framing this terribly. But at the same time, it was a thing to me where I felt like, someone was about to disingenuously accuse one of my friends. And so I brought the video to Morale and it just kind of blew up from there. And Slime Beast called me a snake for that. And it just sparked this whole other drama that happened, again, like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years
ago. So this whole thing is from 2 years ago, or is this that's crazy?
The Slime Beast stuff is. Slime Beast stuff is. Yep.
Okay. So
just
with that, the reason
that's been settled.
Gotcha.
Here,
So with that being said,
let me read my DM at least. Okay, give my own voice to it. Okay, let me bring it back up. Bring back up the energy. Sorry, that's the wrong one. I was in one of. I need a grammar check, but one of these calls, Romeo, one of H's mods, asks for some backup in trying to look into a weirdo. I go in to present what I know about this map, Defender. Someone was bored by this. Morale started fighting with Slime Beast, and I just sort of left the call after a bit.
Okay. So there's the message that's in question. What is your major problem with it, Himpleton?
Yep, more than happy to explain. So essentially, my and this started out as a what I would call probably like a minor annoyance, right? Because to me, it's a principal issue. It's a principal issue where there are these very, very weighty accusations in this tweet. Hoarding CSAM. I'm a known toxic doxer, right? And by responding,
that I was
whoa, let him finish.
I'd like to be able to talk.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Thanks. So, anyways, by responding to this and not like questioning any of this whatsoever, and just kind of like saying something that does verify part of the claims that is in here by like saying I was in one of these calls in a vague sort of way, it to me is a cosign of what Denal is saying. Now, here's my thing. If you want to like talk trash about me, I don't give a fuck. That's totally fine. You can do so on your own platform. You can do so on your own tweets. You can do whatever you want, just about, in terms of stuff like that. But when you do this, where you are essentially just signal boosting this tweet, and you are not, refusing anything that was said here, and instead you are affirming part of the narrative, to me, that is a co-signing of these claims. And I even said to Vincent here, because again, this is sheerly out of principle, I'm not a fan of Vincent. I find Vincent to be a schizophrenic loser, right?
Which
but
I find ironic.
despite that, if someone were to say that Vincent was a child diddling pedophile, or if they were to say that he hoards CSAM, or if they were to say that he's a doxing freak, okay, if I even was going to respond to it, the fact of the matter is I probably wouldn't respond to it at all. But if I was going to respond to it, I'd be like, you need proof for such hefty claims. That's insane to say. Like, that's very unfair. But, I do know that he's a little bit of a schizo, right? If I was going to respond to it. Now, I probably just wouldn't even respond at all. But if I was going to, that's what I would say, right? So for me, it's a principle thing. I think that it is, it's a bit disingenuous and a bit of a double standard, because, Vincent is somebody that imposes these standards of he's the guy who calls out the bad stuff within new commentary. I mean, you even kind of said this, Wargaming.
Whoa. Wait.
He's going on for a whole little monologue.
I know. We'll let it.
Sephiroth posting. Go on. Sorry, I'll be
all right.
quiet.
I'm Sephiroth posting. I'm speaking very calmly, Vincent.
All right. How about this?
Are you gonna make a little anime short about this after? What are you? Are you okay?
That's years ago, dude.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, you
all
talk about what I do.
Let's focus back to it. So. You're saying that Vincent is a. He talks about and I would say you do, right?
Right. Yeah, he talks about new commentary. He talks about how he doesn't how he doesn't like the standards within new commentary.
Yep.
Oh, is that not what I'm saying? Are you misunderstanding me in some way? Because that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, sounds like you're jumping the gun a little bit there. But that's what I was saying. And and I find it to be a bit of a hypocrisy when he's going to do stuff like that, and at the same time, he's essentially co-signing these claims here. I think that's a bit of a hypocrisy. I think it's a little silly. All
right. So, Vincent, what do you think? You think?
Let me first explain what I'm actually responding to. It's about 15 seconds into the video. I'm not even, this is one of his AI, Denton's little stupid AI breakdowns of an actual video. Okay? That's what I saw it as. I'm reacting to this video around
Great for calling him a pedo despite the lolicon video.
Around 15 seconds, watched. You said?
And the reason why Moreau is throwing these pedo accusations is because Moreau wants to...
Okay, sorry. I was listening on my end just to make sure I have the right time
for some good points with some content creators.
Discussion.
It's probably about a minute and...
totally forget.
Minute and 10 seconds is what I'm actually responding to. And I'll admit to being a vague poster.
Well, let's listen to it.
And it can come off as schizo. I'll put it on my end. Oh, shit. Okay. Seems Dickers is fucking saying I'm 10 decibels lower. Is that... Well, what stream, though?
Dickers is in your chat? Hey, you sound fine to me.
I'm not actually... Okay, I might have to put up mine. Yeah. Okay. And I also have music on still. I should actually lose that, or at least put it to the bare minimum.
Dickers, you can just watch my version if you want a normal balance version.
Yeah, I'm a loser, Dickers. Okay. Why are you watching? I don't know.
All right. So let's listen to this. I'm going to play it on our side. Let's listen to this clip from 710, and then you can explain your side of it, right?
Okay.
That, or he ignores that, or he doesn't think it matters when talking to me about a video related to what I brought into the fucking discussion. So he has a total mind fart and forgets that I was the one who did that, and he thinks that I can do what I should have probably done. The video is, and I don't know who Nianners is. I didn't share it with y'all in the Discord.
It would be great if you could.
Yeah,
I will say.
Just call me. I never remember to do that, so just call me a retard and say, "Hey, man, I can't hear shit."
How many? Did you get unmute yourself from your good?
Okay, let's.
Tired.
Well, shouldn't you know?
No,
this is
not that
this
clip.
Is not the
That's
video.
the quote tweet. You have to go back.
Oh, this is the quote to you. Oh, this one right here. I
Yeah.
see. I'm sorry.
And it's a little bit further.
You said
than
about a
1
minute.
Go 1 minute 20 seconds.
1 minute 20 seconds. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I remember watching this.
Mind fart and forgets that I was the one who did that, and he thinks that I don't know what the video is, and I don't know who Nyanners is, and all this shit. So yeah, he just starts yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming, and he poses this thing where he's like, "I have a question for you, Slime Beast. Admit I'm right and apologize." And it's like, no, and he's like, "Well, I'll keep repeating myself," and just very, very unproductive. Himpleton not doing a fucking lick of moderating. The minute Morrow inappropriate stuff involving children, nothing explicit, but you watch this lolicon video. Do you think it's okay to look at lolicon or, inappropriate?
Is that enough context?
Okay, that's more than enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, all right.
Sorry, I was about to cut you
explain.
off. I was checking things myself. Yeah, it's basically that. I was in one of these calls, and that's what the DMs are for, to back up the fact that Romeo asked me to come in to back him up because he presented. How many times did he present you stories, Himpleton? I know he, in his own Discord, he had 2 people he poached off of me. I'm sure he got a couple of other people, like Dane, Actual Fandom, the guy who got another debate with fucking Nerdette. Actually, she got. I have a video on it. It's not the place.
Yeah,
for it, but yeah,
we're getting a little lost in the weeds here.
We are. Hey,
we're
so
pretty lost in the weeds here.
Yes.
So what you're saying, you're just so we all get it down. What you're saying is that your comment is just specifically on this little 15 seconds of the clip, right?
Yeah, just for clarification. Okay, I'm not the best at that. I agree.
So yeah, I mean, with that, why would my question would be, why would you post anything at all, right? Because Himpleton's claim right now,
it's just
okay,
simply
it's not about
I see this and
but...
I see the video and I'm like, whoa, I remember those calls
because I can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
it's
what I'm
true.
saying is, okay, hey,
let
what
the guy
Himpleton's
who's
claiming,
talk. How about that?
What Himpleton's claiming is you saying this without giving any cosign about
without correcting anything.
Without correcting anything. Like, you're co-signing this because in here you're just saying like, oh well, this 15 seconds that I was in,
as if anyone's able to know that, right?
So it really like, so from his point of view and from a lot of other points of view, I would guess, is that they're huge CSAM supporters, and I was in one of these calls with Romeo. Was his mod.
It's a psychotic leap in logic. I'm sure people in commentary could jump to it. Okay. I'm sure there are some. Yes. Okay.
This guy, man. Holy shit. Welcome to Vincent Martin, man.
Welcome to the tism of
I've known Vincent for a little while now.
Okay.
It's not the tism, like...
Okay.
I know, I'm just saying, like, when he's in a situation this is the way he's going to be.
Okay, calm down,
bring
calm
up
down.
my
Listen,
tweet, okay?
I'm calm, I'm just letting you know.
Tell me how it is tell me how it's a great leap of logic, right? Did you read you've read the tweet, of course.
Okay, let's take a look at it in session.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out. He's basically doing a breakdown of this video. Oh God, it's you want me to be very specific in every tweet when I just scroll through.
Wait, so Vincent, just real quick. I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but just to correct you here, the first 3 paragraphs are not a summary whatsoever. The first 3 paragraphs are saying, I hoard CSAM, I'm a known toxic doxer, and then the last 3 paragraphs, which not as many people read, to be clear.
No, he doesn't say that about you. He says that about morale. Okay, he says you dress up as a
No, Vincent.
I'll read it.
Yeah,
I'll read it.
Thank you, Wargaming. Sorry.
Morale and Himpleton exposed the ultimate commentary frauds hoarding CSAM. So that's both of them. And then the third paragraph, or I guess the second paragraph from the entrance, his partner Himpleton routinely dresses like a psychopath. He screams unhinged garbage like it's fucking rape time, which is probably true and a little based on stream, and is a known toxic doxer. So he's specifically talking about Himpleton here, and he's saying that Himpleton also is hoarding CSAM with Morale.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, I can see how someone could see that. I think.
Well, it's not that someone can see that. That's what it is, Vincent.
It's not what it is. It's the interpretation of an ultra autistic motherfucker. That is what it is.
Wait, how else can you interpret? Wait, real quick.
Could.
How else can you interpret? Excuse me, hold on. How else can you interpret Morale and Himpleton exposed the ultimate commentary frauds, plural, meaning both, hoarding CSAM, and also saying his partner Himpleton, specifically talking about me, is a known toxic doxer. How else could you interpret that, Vincent?
How else can I interpret that? I can interpret it as other people could see the video and would go over the video because it would make more sense in context that I would be talking about the video.
Okay, but all right. Well, let's think of the world as like a whole, is what I'm saying, Vincent. I'm not trying to just be banging on to you, but you know the phenomenon where people just read the title, right?
Okay. And I don't know how my comment could relate to the title at all. Okay. That is a huge leap in logic. How does I was in one of these calls relate to hoarded? That would actually implicate me for the CSAM. And how would CSAM be in one of the calls, for Christ's sakes? If we're really getting into the nitty gritty of this, clearly, if you actually read, of course, commentary fucking reads into everything. Romeo, what do you think you would assume if you read my comment in good faith? Would you think I'm talking about what Denton's talking about up here, or the video?
I would think
that you're talking about the whole thing, buddy.
Why would you assume that? Okay.
Shockingly enough, you're responding to the whole tweet. What you could have done if you wanted to is like respond to just the video. You can do a function within quote tweeting where you only post the video and just say, I was in one of these calls. You could do that if you wanted to.
I could. I need to do better, Himpleton. You're absolutely right. I've learned my way. Okay.
And
in fact, I will start pushing back on Denton. I did a little bit today. Okay.
Well, I don't care. It's not that I care that you push back on Denal. First of all, it's Denal.
No, I'm not.
But second of all,
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. You're right.
I'm not saying that you're doing it for me, but I'm just being clear here that it's not about you pushing back on Denal. It's about the fact that, again, like, you responded to this. You are essentially co-signing what is being said here, right? And you do not push back on any of the like falsehoods that are presented here. And it makes it sound like you are co-signing what is being said in the tweet. And any normal person is going to look at that and assume that that's what's happening.
Normal people don't look at the world like that. Commentary people look at it. I'll agree with you there. Okay.
Wargaming Dad,
they're not.
Normal person who is not like a commentary guy.
He's not a
normal person. So is he a commentary guy?
All right.
Is he a commentary guy?
Yes, he is. He's constantly being like, I love morale. He's a complete degenerate. Dickers is cool, but I wouldn't.
What if I hold on?
Yeah, I mean, not.
I do say I like morale, right? But that doesn't make me a commentary, bro.
No. You dip your toes in a little bit of everything.
I think you're letting yourself get caught up in this. Like when you post a tweet, when you comment under a tweet, you're commenting the entire tweet, right? You're assuming that you have read the entire tweet and that you are making your dog shit opinion on that tweet, whatever it is. In this case, the very first half of this tweet is about him having CSAM and being a doxer and this horrible person.
Yes,
and then the second half is about Slimeys.
Anyone with a brain who read my comment would realize I'm not talking about the comment. I'm talking about something.
They would assume that you're talking about the whole tweet, Vincent. They don't think that you're just talking about one select part in the video.
You're making an assertion, okay? Appeal to a fucking authority. I got.
No, I'm making it. You know what I'm doing? No, Vincent. Hey, Vincent. You know what I'm doing? I'm making a priori logic, which means that it's obvious on its face. Okay, I know that I probably have to explain that to you, but it means it's obvious on its face.
Obvious.
It is.
Okay.
It's a priori knowledge. It's a priori knowledge that when you respond to a fucking tweet, you're probably responding to the whole tweet.
Let's put it to Vincent.
Right?
Calm down, everybody.
Commentary. Got it.
So let's assume that a smart individual can see that what you're talking about is that specific bottom half portion, right? you're also not talking about something, then that is very obvious in the situation. You're not saying, hey, I know Himpleton, he's not a CSAM, enjoyer. He's not, this is obviously bad information. You're keeping that silent almost as like an implication. And then the rest of the tweet, you're talking about the cause of them going into her, right? You can say things without saying things, or you can imply things without saying things, right?
Yes, but why assume? People are implying things. Why jump?
Because that's what people do. They assume.
Yeah.
Normal people, right. Especially.
Thank you for the 10. Thank you for the 5.
I'm not sure about that. Normal people. But I can say maybe some normal people would read that deeply into it. I just sort of doubt it. I doubt they would even fucking.
Well, where are these normal people that we can find, Vincent? Because you're relying. See, what you're doing is you're relying on these these faceless,
I'm giving you a
nameless.
concession.
Hold on.
I'm giving you.
I'm gonna talk for a second. I'm gonna talk for a second.
I'm giving you a
concession. Wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
I'm giving you a concession. I'm giving you a concession that some normal people. Go on,
Vincent. I'm gonna go ahead and thank you. So you continuously say that you don't think that normal people would ever read that much into it, which I think that they would, because I find the normal person to, have at least enough discernment to figure that out. But I'm not able to refer to anyone, with a name or a face, because you'll just call them commentary people. Vincent, can you offer us a normal person? I don't know. How can we find a normal person who can evaluate this so we can figure out if your claim is true? Because you're making a claim there.
Yeah, and you're also making a claim.
I know.
You're making an
I'm more than happy to show you.
Claim.
I'm
hold on. Let Vincent talk. Himpleton.
I'm willing to make a concession that some normal people would look into this. Would normal people even fucking follow Denton or take him anywhat seriously? That's a better question. Because yes,
damage sector.
No, you know what? No. You know what? I'm actually very happy that you said that. So now with that presupposition there, essentially what you're saying is the only types of people that would follow Denal are commentary people or are people that look into things too much. So by that logic, you're essentially saying that the average kind of person who is going to look into this is going to see your tweet, because by your own admission,
the average
you say
person
that commentary
is not
people
see my tweet. Okay, my tweets.
No, but I'm saying the type of people that are going to view what you said as a cosign.
So much attention, okay, by giving this much attention to this, you're drawing. We got the clarification now. Do you understand why? Okay, I didn't even need to bring the DMs. You agreed that what I'm saying is factually true. I don't know if you remember this. I got brought in to do this. Do you at least concede on that? This is not.
I'm not conceding anything, Vincent, because I never disputed that in the first place.
Okay. It's a really weird roundabout argument.
It's not a weird roundabout argument. It's I have made my argument extremely clear from the very beginning. Wargaming Dad, have I been roundabout or back and forth about what I'm saying here? I feel like I've been very clear.
No, it has been pretty specific. It's mostly about the way you do, or it is completely about the way the tweet is written that ignores everything in the tweet that is saying that you're a CSAMmer and a doxer, right?
I like that terminology, CSAMmer. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dyslexia helps out.
No, I like it. I genuinely like it. I think it's funny. I like it.
So Vincent, you said you're conceding on the fact that maybe you should have written it better? Or are we still on like the normal
or just not
people
responded
idea?
to it?
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's usually the thing to do. I got an example for you. I got a good example for you that comes in. There was, when I was first starting to get into gaming commentary and I was first starting to become a Smash JT hater, right? There was a post that got flagged out there that said that he was a cuck, that there was pictures of a naked woman on a profile that was changed to look like his, of a cuck website, selling out your wife. Me being the hater that I am of Smash JT still didn't boost that message, right? I don't like Smash JT, but I'm not going to assume that this is just real information. It's funny. If it turns out to be funny, I'll make fun of it. I actually went to him and said, hey, this is where this information's coming from. So either prove it wrong or the rest of us will make fun of you.
So basically, okay, go on with your example.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, so there's really only one way you can interpret this, right? Is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear that it's pretty clear you're only talking about that one situation, but you're doing it on a tweet that is calling him a pedophile and a doxer, right? And not saying something about that speaks volumes
do you see,
about if it's true or not.
Okay.
That's an implicit cosign, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I believe the context of what I had to say actually makes more sense. And anyone with any good faith intention would actually see what I'm saying is just reacting to the actual video. Because not everyone consumes the whole fucking little text. Okay. Making that assumption, I think, is a highly flawed logic.
Wait, no, Vincent, I completely agree with you. Not everyone does consume the whole text. What they usually do is read the first lines of a tweet. And guess what the first lines are, Vincent? They're Morale and Himpleton exposed, the ultimate commentary frauds hoarding CSAM. Thanks for agreeing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Vincent. They don't usually read the tweet. So yeah, by responding the way that you did, they're probably just going to read the first couple of lines, and then they see you.
And how does that relate to my actual comment? You're sort of backtracking on the explicit thing. Okay. You're definitely backtracking.
I'm not backtracking whatsoever. You not correcting. So
completely ignoring the context.
Vincent, since you are unable to understand my position, let me say it one more time to you. Okay?
I literally understand your position. I disagree with it. I disagree with your position, and I think it's a way to sort of.
Hey, hold on. Hey, both, calm down, both of you. You're fine.
Let me just. I'm going to calmly explain my position one more time, okay?
Yep.
So, as I said, you are implicitly co-signing this by not having any issue with anything that is said in these first two paragraphs, regardless of whether your tweet has anything to do with these first two paragraphs. You conceded to the fact that what most people pay attention to.
No, I did not concede most people. I'm saying some people. Some people, and definitely some people in commentary. Okay. I will concede to some people. Okay. Not good faith people.
Pennsylvania University did a study. Social media users probably won't read beyond this. Mm-hmm. It was. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Basically saying that of people on Facebook platforms like Facebook, social media sharing, 47% of people who share political views are based solely on the headlines. When it comes to millennial and Gen Z, up to 74% of young generations frequently skim headlines as their primary method for keeping up with news. So yeah, I mean there is like
jumping on that. My comment is co-signing. Is something that some people might jump to the conclusion to, but anyone with half a brain and with any sense of good faith would not do that. That is my position.
But if we're talking about normal people, if they're a millennial or they're zennial, 75% of them.
Okay.
So 75% of people don't have good faith, is what you're saying.
That's a study. What's the sample size? Okay. What is it pertaining to? Okay.
Oh man, dude, it's a well-known fact that like most people don't read a full tweet, man. You even said it yourself. You literally even said it yourself. I agree.
Do you think they would even read this?
Where's the issue, man?
Right. Well, I mean, no one read this, right? We can go in and say that
I'm agreeing that some people could have that interpretation, and they're fucking idiots or bad faith idiots. It's just like insane to me that I need to tiptoe around this. Because this guy is just as deranged as a lot of the other people in commentary. You know how many times I get called a pedophile by people in commentary? Maybe I'm just
kind of a little off.
Okay, I can agree.
Okay, look at it this way. I want to flip it around. I want to try and flip it around.
Maybe I'm numb to
this. Yeah, go ahead, Wargaming Dad.
Yeah, let's flip it around on you. Say, or you say you get called pedophile a lot, right?
Yeah.
Say.
Dickers did that in one of my first interactions.
Let's use Dickers. So Dickers calls you a pedophile. He says a big
his setup was there.
thing like this. where he says you're hoarding tons of CSAM and that you tried to dox him, right? All untrue things, right? What if I went in below that message and mentioned, like, the last paragraph, he mentioned something about how a video that he was in talking to you or something like that. And then I mentioned, hey, I was, in the chats and DMs with Vincent during this call, right? The vast majority of the tweet is based off of you being called a
I actually have a great
CSAMmer.
example of this. I had a chatter make an example of this, and they sent it to me. I can send it to your DMs if you'd like.
Yeah. I mean,
It's in your DMs right now
would
if
you not
like to pull it up? Because this is literally just exactly what you're talking about.
Wow.
Boop. Let's pull it up here. Bum, bum, bum.
I'm putting back on the lo-fi music. Sheesh. This is
Copy
like
image
just
link.
Jump. Awaiting
Vincent Martin exposed for posting CSAM.
Wow, okay.
Where the topic was discussed in call. I learned to ride my bike today. I stole McDonald's. This is a little over the off topic.
It is, but it gets the point.
But
it
I
gets
get
the point, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine this came in here, and I mentioned how I was in my DMs talking to him while he was in the middle of Dickers. That's right. Damaged, caught in 4K. Like, would you not feel a way about me not saying something about you being called out for CSAM that I just talked without mentioning it, right?
Talked around it.
Well, I wouldn't even say anything. I would just say, like, I was in DMs with Vincent the other day, and he told me how he hated Dickers or something like that. Something simple. It doesn't have to be much.
Who hates Dickers?
But the Dickers is completely beside the point. It doesn't matter who I say you're hating.
Yeah,
it's saying that, like, how would you feel if I only mentioned that and didn't address that I know you don't have CSAM?
I'd be fine. It's not worth addressing, in my opinion. Okay.
Okay, buddy.
Didn't
you just talk about how a bunch of people call you pedophiles?
Yes, and I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm just like, as I said, maybe I'm desensitized. I'm like, yeah, that's what fucking commentary has watered down the term. The commentary has just desensitized me to being called a pedophile. It doesn't matter. They call almost everyone a pedophile. Jesus Christ. You guys are right. I need an intervention. I'm not affected by people.
Well, real quick, Vincent. You do know that, like, you do know that, like, the DGG crowd does interact a great deal with, like, Denal, right? Like,
recently, since he got on it before he got on.
And guess what? No, real quick. Excuse me, just real quick.
Hold on.
Vincent, I'm not done talking. So, anyways, DGG crowd has been interacting with Denal quite a lot recently, and that tweet was made. Okay, so I'd love to finish my sentence, Vincent. Thank you. That tweet was made within that recent time window of when DGG has been interacting with them, okay? So, I'm being associated with a lot of people who are anti-DGG, which I'm totally fine with. That's totally fine. But, like, because of that, the people who pay attention, the DDG people, there's a chance. It's not a big chance, I'll give you that, but there is certainly a chance that people will try to weaponize that knowledge, right? If they find that out, if they decide to go after me.
There's definitely crazy people on DGG.
Right. So it's not just a thing of, like, oh, some random person said it and it's contained within this void. This is a person who gets interaction from DDG people. And you just acknowledged how crazy they are. So, like, yes.
I said there's some people. There's always some people within a certain segment. How much how many of them? There's definitely more in commentary.
You're saying
DGG.
Oh, there's more. Wait. There's more crazy people in commentary than there are on DGG.
Among the shitters, yes. Okay.
Wow.
There's a lot more.
We all know, like,
crazy people.
That's in the weeds. That's in the weeds. But my point still stands.
You can't prove it.
My point still stands.
Okay.
Well, my point still stands. My point that has nothing to do with what you're talking about still stands.
Okay.
Right. That there is, this isn't just like some random, like, in a small window kind of thing. There is, albeit small, a chance that this, false information could be weaponized against me.
Yeah. There's always a chance of that happening.
Well, there's more of a chance.
Dickers is already stream sniping me, so if you want to, you can.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
So, if you put it this way, like, what he's saying is it increases that chance, right? Now we're talking about like DDG, that will dox you, that will, make claims that aren't real.
Attempted life ruination.
That's being pushed back. People are pushing him back against that.
Vincent, you admitted.
Unhinged people. I'd never said they were.
Yes, you also admitted. You also admitted that the DGG crowd was interacting with Denal recently, and that tweet was posted within that time window. So
and there's definitely going to be a group of people who will actually third-party trolls to ignite things between two different factions. It happens commonly.
I don't know what that has to do with anything I just said.
It's an additional factor that's worth considering also.
Thanks, Vincent.
Thanks, H.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't even know what that interaction was.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't either.
But here's the thing, right? It's regardless of who's doing what, who's the worst community, none of that shit matters at the point of this. DGG is factually doxed. Yes, Destiny calls on his audience to dox. So that does happen. So
no, he actually requests for the docs. He requested the docs.
That's exactly better. That's so much better, man. Yeah, that's so much better.
Yes.
Look,
and he's asked it on other people who aren't.
Let's take DGG out of this because you seem to want to semantically argue about DGG. So let's take DGG out of this and let's just say.
Who brought up DGG?
Let's just say
you did.
Okay.
So I know, but you got in the weeds about it, Vincent. You got in the weeds about it. So let me make it a little bit easier for you. Let me make it a little bit easier for you, Vincent. Excuse me. Let me make it a little bit easier for you. Thank you for the 5 iNut. Thank you for the 5. So let me just make it a little easier. We're gonna call it Community X. So Community X has been interacting with Denal and has been, increasingly doing so within the time window of this tweet being posted. So again, that information being put out there and you inadvertently co-signing it does, create a potential risk for me, correct?
I do not know how. There is a chance that there could be a risk for you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's use a community that I think most of us can all agree on.
Why?
Let's look at something
Why?
like.
Well, I don't know.
We're trying to get to
Dad,
like
Wargaming Dad. I don't even know if we need to do that if he admits that there is a risk.
There is a certain chance. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Great.
Okay,
So you made that admission. Great. So you're conceding that there is a risk there. So again,
there's always
so
be a
again
risk. Okay.
With you not correcting that at all, with you not saying any contrary information to it, and only responding to this very small section, and not clarifying any further, to where people are going to have to kind of hunt for the context a little bit because you didn't do a great job explaining yourself. You even admitted that you vague post, right? It does look like a cosign. Yes.
A cosign which someone could clarify, could ask me to clarify. Why does no one ever ask for clarification? Okay. I think.
Why does someone need to ask for clarification?
Okay?
Why does someone need to ask for clarification?
Why do they don't need to ask for clarification. But if someone wants to know what I really think about this, they would ask, okay? If they cared about my opinion, they'll be like, do you think this? I would be like, no.
Well, you gave your opinion in the tweet, Vincent. You gave your opinion in the tweet. So.
Yeah, talking about the video.
So they would assume, and this is not a bad faith assumption, by the way. They would make the assumption that your tweet responding to the tweet is about the tweet.
Or the video that it's included in the tweet. We're just looping now, okay? I can agree. There are going to be some weirdos who will see this and see this as a cosign. I agree. I think those people are fucking just as deranged as a lot of other people out there.
Right, but
you're not going to be able
the larger that tweet gets, right, the more, obviously this one didn't go anywhere, but say it blew up all over the internet, and we can see, people in your audience are looking for you for this cosign, for something on it, and they read this tweet. They're going to read, he talked something about the Romeo guy, but he answered this tweet, so he must actually believe he's a pedophile.
I mean, Wargaming Dad, I'll even
God.
give you, Wargaming Dad, I'll even give you like a more specific example here. Let's say, like, you know, Community X, since we're not naming the community now, let's say Community X, like, decides that they want beef with me because of my associations with other anti-Community X people, okay? And because of that, they go to trusted source, Denal, who has had many pro-Community X tweets in the past that have gone, you know, crazy or whatever. So then they look up my name on Denal's account, and they find that tweet, right?
Yeah.
So that's that, and then they see someone, you know, responding and saying they were in like one of those calls, right? And they just see, you know, they do the thing that 75% of people do, and they read the first 2 paragraphs, and they're like, okay, so was this guy like in call? So this guy's affirming that he was in calls about like this guy being like a CSAM hoarder and a doxer? Is that what's going on? Is it like, I mean, what?
Why would people not ask for clarification if it's that confusing with what the text is? Okay.
Because most people aren't. Like, how many times do you get reached out to about a tweet?
Not much, but there's a thing below you can reply. Okay. Are people just losing
Vincent,
the ability to conversate?
A priori. People assume,
priori.
Vincent, people are going to assume that you are talking about.
I think that's going to be a very small percentage of a small percent.
I completely disagree, and I think that you're going to be hard-pressed. I think you're going to be hard-pressed to find anyone that agrees with you on that. I think the vast majority of people, when you respond to a tweet, think that you're talking about the tweet, Vincent.
Yeah.
And again, you could have just quote tweeted just the video and said that comment, but you didn't.
Oh, I'll keep
so
that in
yes,
mind
they're going to
for the
assume that you're
future,
talking about the tweet.
I've learned my lesson, Himpleton. I have to be ultra autistic specific in these scenarios.
Well, it's not
did
even.
anyone ask you for clarification, Vincent? Out of curiosity,
to
did anyone ask you for clarification?
Risk, okay, because I'm so influential. Got it.
Did anyone ask you for clarification, Vincent?
No.
And again, this was always a principal argument. This was always a principal argument.
Okay.
So it's not about your influence or anything like that. It's about, again, if I saw a tweet like that and I decided to respond, I would push back against those claims, even if I wanted to make a separate point.
Okay.
True.
It's the principle.
It's like you're making. Think about it this way: you're making a claim about a.
You've given me plenty of fucking examples. You've drilled it way down. Okay. I understand the arguments you're making. I just fundamentally disagree that most people would make this assumption. There's going to be a small segment who will just look past this.
Yeah, I mean, I am with Himpleton, and there's no way to agree that it's a small segment of people.
Yes,
you're just assuming that it's going to be a small segment of people,
and you're just
when we could say it's the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is a lot of there is more data on the side that people read less when it comes to tweets and stuff like that, and assume more. I'm not saying that like out of that 75% that don't only read headlines out of millennials and zennials, that's like the end all be all. Obviously, there's going to be differences between someone reading a tweet and someone reading a headline on a news thing, but it still stands that people aren't going to read. I would almost bet I would like to see the numbers on what people.
If they're not going to read further than the headline, what's the chances that they're going to go down and read a tweet as long as mine, reply as long as mine?
Because people see something like Morale and Himpleton exposed for CSAM, they want to go see what other people say about that.
Correct. And you know, Vincent, there's a thing that you have to do with longer tweets where you literally have to press read more, right? So the first part of the tweet is the only part that's visible, and then you also see like replies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my replies be very limited. Okay. I don't have verification because it's lame. Okay. Well, yeah, I see. Burn the.
So it's not about the limit.
So again, this is a principal argument. This isn't about how much reach you have, Vincent.
A principal argument. Understand. Okay, I understand your position on it. The principles is risk mitigation. I just wish other of your peers practice this.
Okay, well, don't hold me.
No,
to
I'm not.
My other peers.
Okay, I will try.
Then why
to
are you
be
bringing
as
it up?
careless? Because do you press your peers on mitigating the risk to other people, do you?
If my peers were co-signing a tweet calling someone a CSAM hoarder and a, you know, like a toxic doxer, and there was no proof around that, and they knew that there was no proof around that, and they knew that the claim wasn't true, then I would absolutely call them on that. Yep.
Okay.
It basically comes down to
it is
like
a principle that I hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Think before you tweet.
I just think it's an insane standard to hold, but I will try to do better, guys. Okay.
It is. You know what? It is such an insane standard to hold that, like, when somebody talks about someone being a CSAM hoarder and a toxic doxer, that, like, if you don't agree with that, you should probably, like, clarify before you respond to the tweet.
Yeah.
Or just not respond to the tweet at all. What an insane standard, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So difficult to do, apparently. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So sounds like we're like down to the wire for it. Obviously, we're not going to come to a full agreement on it.
Okay.
Hear a little bit of sarcasm here.
I can definitely. I have been thinking about it recently. Try to push back on Denal.
I don't care if you do that.
No, it's not about you. It's about me trying to do better. Okay. I'm fine. I didn't.
Do y'all have anything final to say?
This long?
I mean, only went about an hour. That's about what y'all said.
Yes.
Yeah, this is literally the allocated amount of time that you said for it. So this is actually
about an hour. If you don't.
So we'll go ahead and thank you guys for coming out and talking about this. Maybe someone somewhere saw something.
You want to bring up my tweet just real quick? I can explain real quick. The one I brought up. I'm seeing if you're giving me disgrace.
What?
Okay.
What's he talking about?
Okay.
What tweet?
What? You actually didn't know that, Lamal? Here's him lying, pushing abuse allegations. The victim didn't want to be made public because he had a grudge against the guy.
I don't see what tweet he's talking
and I put it inside chat. And showing
Vincent,
animal
nobody knows what you're
gore
talking
to
about.
minors.
Can you send us the tweet?
Can
you send us the tweet? Where did you put it? Can you just be a little clearer?
Did you put it in general? Did you put it in?
I put it in side chat. Okay, it's not loading for me right now.
I don't think you can send messages in that side chat.
No, it's a link to the tweet I'm talking about.
I know. I don't think you can send messages in the live stream side chat because it's locked for both of us.
Okay.
Unless you have more roles than me.
I will put it just in.
I suit a talking pig and thinks they walk into a bar.
Okay.
Feed the pig works. Feed the pig works.
Okay.
Where are you putting it?
I'm bringing it up now.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand why you added showing animal gore to minors. It's not in the video that you show. I'm just curious.
It's not in the video that
you link.
Actually, it is, Vincent. Can you go down to that video?
Yeah, go to that video.
Hold on. So let me pull this up for.
Whoa! Shut up.
Sorry. Can you excuse me, Vincent? Can you do me a favor, Wargaming Dad, and can you link that to my DM so that I can show it to my chat?
Yeah.
Or actually, if you're gonna watch the video, I'll just show the screen share. That's
we're gonna be talking about a guy named Mythical.
Okay.
That's fine. Hold on. Wait, so Vincent, to be clear, essentially what you're
guys, welcome to the A Space, and today we're going to be talking about a guy named Mythical. Now, if you've never heard this guy's name before, I wouldn't be surprised no one really knows this guy, but I still suggest that you stick around because he's quite the unique character.
Just to be clear?
Now,
I can't hear you over the Twitter was playing over it.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's fine, Vincent. But so, anyways, to be clear here, Vincent, you're essentially like just bringing up a brand new allegation now and bringing up something new.
No, just real quick. I don't want to take too long. It's good to correct.
Is that correct or is that wrong?
What?
That you are just bringing up something totally different, separate, and new.
It's co-signing.
Okay, so Wargaming Dad, what I want you to do is I want you to go to the YouTube link there. If you just press yeah, perfect. So now we're gonna go and look through the sections.
It's around 12 seconds.
Sexual harassment, doxing,
dox threats, Animal gore. There you go. Isn't that crazy? It was in the video. Let's watch it.
No, I'm talking about showing gore to minors. I'm not talking about the doxing. And even
so go ahead and play the video. Let's play the video and let's see what he says about showing animal gore, shall we?
Okay.
Him with animal gore. So this is something that happened around a year ago and only came to light as of recent. So essentially there was this rumor going around that Mythical showed animal.
I'll even speed it up a little bit.
How he went about this is he would use OBS on Discord calls to replay a GIF over and over again with things that, you don't even get the consent to see. It just kind of like pops up without even like you wanting it there or not. So how the allegation would go is that he had this one GIF replaying over and over again of a pig getting decapitated and called. So at first, this rumor was being spread around by two weirdos with barely any credibility, and there was really no evidence to suggest that Mythical did this. So at first, I kind of thought it was just a lie, and that's why like I asked him a while ago about this, and he said that he didn't do it. It was just shocked that it was even a rumor to begin with. But what started to spark my curiosity is I briefly talked about the allegation, only saying it was animal gore. But when I said it around one of my friends, they fully remembered it verbatim of what the allegation was. So naturally,
I
forget
I can
just
I
didn't
mute
have to tell him what the allegation was in the first place to even hear him say it word for word. So naturally, this led into a call that was like a confrontation to basically see like, his side of the story. Now he kept repeating over and over again that he didn't really remember like the whole details. In fact, he would even say things like, I don't really remember doing any of it, but I don't think I did. So this call was getting like really late and ended up going for a good couple of hours. So just for these next screenshots to make sense, I did end up falling asleep because it was like 1 in the morning for me. But for just in case, I kind of got him to loosely admit it in DMs where he would basically just be like, apparently I did it. I mean, I guess I did it. However, what I was not expecting in that call is that when Krillix basically came in, there was a
just right there, he's admitting he did it. Yep. In the video,
and that was done in a server. That was done in a. Excuse me. Hold on. I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna respond real quick. Thank you. No, yeah. So that was done in a server with minors in it, and that's been confirmed like separately, like on different occasions. And I'm almost positive that it shows it in the video, or says, even if it's just like a loose line.
No, I'm pretty sure he says he doesn't do it around.
Okay, then let's watch it. Watch it. Let's watch it, Vincent.
Knowledge about. So essentially, just for some context, back in like Near and Psycho server, when Mythical was in there in the early days, he had 3 different deer gifts of gore. One apparently.
Near and Psycho server was not age gated, by the way.
And the other one get hit by
I'm sure. Did you see what their friends said about them?
Turn this part up.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
And stop interrupting the clip that you want me to show. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll wait for more. I just can't find where.
Why is the mythical pig gore drama being brought back up? That's all Vincent, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Hold on, my extension's
because
gone.
There's new information about fucking Psyche and fucking Brother Near. Okay, I don't know what to tell him. Okay, He thinks,
I can't get this turned up. Hold on.
Okay, it's fine. You actually explained the logic. Okay, I'm fine with it now. Okay,
Great.
You explained you believe that he showed gore, and that is a mission. Okay, I understand the logic. You believe that it was to minors.
Do you still have an issue with it?
Not as much of an issue. I wish Ace would have put that in the video.
We don't know that he didn't because we haven't showed the full video. And I don't trust your word.
Watch the video.
Yes, they can.
We've been watching it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can continue to watch it if you want. Okay.
It might be hard. All right.
Now, what makes that worse is he was defending showing deer gore for like 15 minutes straight in the call. And there was even moments he was defending like this gore showing as just dark humor, just edgy humor of his. But yes, of course, these naturally were all the reasons why I eventually ended up cutting him off. Like what Krillix said earlier, maybe some of these would be defendable individually. However, like these are all
I have videos. I just am very suspect, and this should be re-examined.
But on that note, I think I would like to try to wrap up the video. I think I've said everything I needed to say, and I just want to thank you all guys for coming to check out the A space. And hope they enjoyed the video. Remember,
so basically, it comes down to that server that he mentioned is one that's not
non-age gated, had minors in it. There were minors present in that call. That was
So Vincent,
okay, I agree.
Issue.
I have. It's fine. You have reasonable belief to believe that minors were exposed to.
Okay, but
great. Right. So to be clear, you tried to pile on an additional, accusation towards me that was outside of the realms of the debate that you did not tell me about ahead of time, and I just mocked you with it. Correct?
I just wanted to know your logic for saying there's minors because it's
whoa, no.
Outside of the video.
That's you're irritating me a little bit because that's not. You brought this up as a gotcha. right?
Correct.
We sent you the message about the CSAM, but when you brought it up, when you just brought it up now, on me, you told me that you specifically said, why do you believe that he's showing animal gore to minors? Where's the proof? You're making an allegation, just like the other tweet.
I'm asking a question. I'm literally asking a question more.
I'm just asking questions.
And I'm satisfied.
I'm just asking questions.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Clarification. People should ask more questions.
Come on. Like, this is
okay.
This is
so what you're telling me, and this is, what you're telling me is like you just out of nowhere decided you wanted to talk to Vincent or to Himpleton on this clarification that you wanted. At the same time, we're having a discussion about a co-signing
Isn't it?
thing.
It's crazy convenient, isn't it? Wargaming data, and it's just like, you know what it's just like? It's just like these people who like are like Holocaust deniers, and then they're like, I'm just asking questions. Asking questions.
You said there's minors. It's not included in the actual video that minors were exposed to the gore. That's the only question. You told me that it wasn't age gated.
Okay, but
you have a reasonable belief on that.
We're circling, but you specifically brought up this situation because it's just like the other tweet, right?
It's definitely
it's Himpleton. See, the difference is that what you're trying to do with this one is Himpleton's the one doing the co-signing, right?
Yes,
you're the one that we say co-signed because you didn't.
And I'm not going to spend another hour trying to press him. He gave me the answer to what I asked. Okay.
Ace is actually happy to call in and show you the proof as well. That this was done with minors.
I'm sure there is. Okay, it's Brother Near. Let me not get into that. That would take too long. I have videos on Near. He joked sexually with.
Okay, so I just want to put on the record that I am like willing and able to show you this.
Okay.
And you are refusing. Just to be clear.
Refusing what?
To watch the proof of his point.
I know about Near. Okay, I know about Near and Psycho, and I do know that they kept minors around. I thought that was an issue back a couple of years ago.
Okay, then why bring up this post at all on this stream?
Correct.
Because the actual video does not actually exhibit.
It's because he thought he could get it gotcha.
Okay.
And he couldn't.
That's what it sounds like to me from my side without him saying that. Ace, if you want to jump into, if you link below is my Discord. If you do want to jump in and confirm it, you can.
Okay.
I mean, what this comes down to, Vince, is like you just have to look at what you're tweeting, right? Like, there's no reason to even give this one against Templeton any weight whatsoever. This Denali person, right? Much like no one, if no one really cared about the tweet to begin with, and it's insane freaking allegations, who cares about what you said in one call about it with that tweet? Just ignore accounts that are giving these wild accusations unless you're gonna go on the defense, right? That's just me from a moral standpoint.
It just brought back that sort of memory of mine, and I tweeted about it. It was irresponsible tweeting. I disavowed my previous irresponsible tweeting.
I would love to see the Dickers allegations that Vincent wants to bring up. There are allegations against Dickers that you want to bring up?
No. What?
Okay.
What allegation? Where did that come? Your chat, I guess.
I don't know.
Got it.
I don't know. It came from my chat. That's why I'm wondering.
Figures.
This is genuinely just me asking a question. This one's not charged in any way. Unlike
no,
yours.
I'm not taking it in any particular way.
Okay.
Freaking hell! I'm just gonna drop this. Get this back on my screen. Make some messages. I guess.
Okay. So are we done at this point?
Yeah, we're done. Okay.
All right.
I'm glad I got the clarification, and I do understand your position. I think it's ultra autistic, but you're right. It does present a very small chance.
Wait, why do you want Dickers on your stream?
I invited several people for a panel that I've actually scrapped a little bit. Okay.
Why'd you scrap it, Vincent?
Because I found something quite interesting, and if I can get a certain perspective from someone, that'll be awesome. Okay, on the record.
What are you talking? Why are you vague posting?
Because it's.
What is it? I mean, we're all on stream here now. We could talk
we're all
about
on
it.
Stream. Like, are you about to do it?
We can move on from y'all's debate into the subject that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
No, I need to start a group chat. I need to invite people. And I think you guys might be a little scared. Okay. Give me a moment.
Why would we be scared? What are you talking about?
I said an hour. Okay. And we've gone through this.
So you're just like vague posting?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. Wait, also, since you like agreed with us here, like, why is your response tweet still up?
Small chance. Do you think I should mitigate any chances?
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you hold to that principle that you just established and agreed to.
Okay.
If you held up to the principle that you
I also believe in being
then you probably would delete the tweet,
okay?
right?
Judge me for the slight what is it called? Risk it poses to you.
Okay. Okay, well, Vincent, I'll let you go off to do your weird vague thing that I'm supposed to be afraid of for some reason. It was very strange that you said that I'm going to be afraid of it.
No. Yeah, vague posting. I'll leave it at that. Okay.
I mean, I feel like there's no real reason. Okay.
Peace out. Ace took too long. And yeah, all my shit is up. Let me turn down the music and try to get this fucking group chat fucking set out. I'm on the wrong thing. Trying to do this group chat on the fly. And my screen is not... Okay. It's quite fucking stupid. Okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? See, I find it utterly autistic. The risk mitigation that is needed of someone with absolutely no influence. Why was an hour needed? Why were all the examples needed? I mean, it's absolutely fine. I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay. Shit, sorry. In, if you want. Because Dickers did bring up a very good point, is why the ethics of snarking. I mean, clearly, Himpleton isn't a snarker. Okay? Clearly, he's not a snarker. He's a maulger. A very principled maulger. I'll give him credit for that. I'm a little bit more risque. And for anyone who's watching, he has said, actually, sorry. He didn't want to talk to the person. Yeah, I might as well. They can do what they want. 2 snarkers up for chat. Okay. I'm not going to call. Let's see if they're there. One might. Shit. Okay. Good to go. If you want. I mean, that was ultra fucking autistic. On if you want. And I have quite an interesting thing. Okay, so that was quite interesting. A very principled stand. I guess I didn't need to prepare anything. They wanted to I really hate that shit, but they have the right to fucking ape out over that. There is a slight risk. Oh God, it just seems like a way.
It's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah. Just for anyone actually watching the stream now or in the future, we're going to do this shit here.
Don't. Anytime people are like defending free speech like that and they're going after someone who's criticizing speech, you're against our free speech. Do you, what are you trying to do, Bob? I don't know.
Okay. I'm sure he's going to go more into the free speech, but that's such a distortion. Yeah. Maybe I should rethink all my videos and take them down. Jesus Christ. This was the person, Dane. You can watch the video. This is the particular section. This guy, you know, minor leftist, used to make videos on. Brought that to Himpleton, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I need to double check the group chat because I have not fucking done that. But I'm glad I got the clarification. He believes it's not in the actual video. I'll believe there's minors because fucking Psyche and Brother Near 2.0 extremely suspect. Man, I have some more stuff. Damn. I guess the guests won't. Yeah. Oh, I guess my debate performance is keeping people away. Oh. And I have not even fucking checked my chat, but that's generally not. I'll bring that up now. Epic streamer. Okay. Okay. I swear. Sorry to lose you, game intro. Okay. I lost a subscriber because it's and some weirdo. Yeah, Dickers is annoying. That is 100% correct. So I can see chat now. I'm losing everyone. Oh, God. It was a shit show. I mean... Shit show hyper-focused. I mean... It's, ultra perspective. And I wish more people, shared that perspective on that within his sphere. God. I think not even Dickers would actually... Dickers actually argued differently about Kleeman, but that's a different matter, I guess. Okay. I had shit prepared. So, getting into the art of commentary. Sorry, not commentary. I'm switching over to snarkers. Waiting for some people. So, trying to understand the sort of snark mentality. I personally believe... Is this really just... This just hates me. Oh, yeah. I hate myself. Okay. Postmodernism. This is what I want to focus on. I got a whole check. I got a little bit of a script. We go. Yeah. Check notes. You can look back at the past and think it's racist, as many does with former presidents having slaves. This was supposed to be an interjection. Fucking hell. I'm basically saying I come from a edgier time. Leafy is here generation. I'm aging out. Obviously, the new commentary standards are so high. At least Himpleton has such principle standards. I doubt this is the case with many others. And Himpleton's fine with doing other things, okay? He finds one particular instance where he can get someone to back him up. Even give examples on it. Very interesting. Yeah, let me go into this. Yeah. Why the title might not be the most exact. It's more the question that got me thinking about what I should do. It's a good discussion, at least. I can give both War and Himpleton some credit for getting me to think about things. But trying to make risk mitigation down to absolutely zero with almost no consideration of the context. Yeah. I think it's better that I push back on Denal more if I keep on interacting with him. And yeah, I guess bringing up the fact that he really pushed the things. Nah. Thank you. Sorry. Duckbringer, how is it going? You're actually lucky you missed hyperautism. I mean, technically, on a principalistic level, there is a little bit of a risk, but just the autism of some of these commentary people. See, I come from the old school commentary, and I don't. I'm not going to say anything bad about Himpleton. Maybe he really has changed. He totally owned me with the last bit. I'm like, I didn't see anything in the video about minors. And he's like, sorry. I'm not going to. You didn't see it.
Himpleton has had like some life experience, and he seems to have like his streams aren't for me, but he, aside from him covering Roblox stuff, he seems to have more of a moral code that he's willing to outline. I mean, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, like how I differentiate commentary from Snark is that commentary people might have kind of like morally gray worldviews or like world outlooks, but I think that Snarkers just kind of play on the idea of not having to ever pin down like their any kind of moral framework, any kind of belief, you know.
They keep it see, I was going to go into postmodernism because it seems to have a sort of overlap with that. I was prepared to do the stream without any guest. I thank you for coming on. I've seen you around. I forget what drama you got involved in, but I've seen it brought up.
Many. Yeah.
Okay. It's in the sort of commentary, Aid in Space. I'm pretty sure I've seen people talk about you there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and pardon me because I'm a little bit tired right now. It's a little late for me, but I did want to say that, yeah, on the topic of Denal is pretty funny sometimes. I find that the clips that he pulls up and the way that he contextualizes them on Twitter, sometimes, you know, it is kind of using the strategies some of these streamers employ. Like, people like, you know, I don't even want to name names because they're gonna fucking, you know, make it a big deal for me. They're all, it's like a hive of angry bees, you know? Yeah. So Denal does weaponize the bees in a different way, but you do have to treat that with a grain of salt. Like, he's wildin' sometimes. He's not always accurate, you know? It is a game of telephone. But it is interesting to see.
You do have to interpret it some and take a little pinch of salt with how wild his claims are. Other tweets, I'm like, you're unhinged, man. Okay. I mean, I can understand given how unhinged someone like Morale is. For Christ's sakes. Like,
no, like, yeah, I've had my problems with him in the past because he's like condescended to people over them supposedly quote-unquote snarking. That is just, you know, kind of like calling somebody a pedo offhand for the sort of like porn that they look at or whatever, you know, something that's commonplace in commentary. And Rao kind of like got onto my friend, and I was like, all right, well, like, what's this double standard? Like, all of a sudden, you know, you can't just throw out an accusation randomly because you don't like somebody. You have to have like some principled moral stance. I don't think most people have that. It's just kind of like, it's a game of hiding, you know, you're hiding the ball. That's kind of, I think, what commentary has.
Sweet for them at the end of the day. They'll have,
right.
It does sound like a conspiracy theory when you try to fucking explain what you can sometimes see within commentary. Because it does seem like I'm trying to think of the particular tactic I'm thinking about here. switching out, you know, old school musketeers, pump, 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 shoot. It's a bad fucking comparison, but I'm pulling that one out of my ass. Okay. Maybe I should do a John Madden and get out my freaking board and be like, you have attackers like freaking Morale, you know, Queeman, and you have freaking Himpleton coming in, keeping things cool. I would need to actually work that out. Like,
well, yeah, like there is a social dynamic there, and I guess that's why I'm saying like so commentary generally is a pretty insular community. There is a lot of cross-contamination. You can move outside of it and develop your own community that's insulated from it as well, but it's still just I don't know.
I'm still trying not to get absorbed by it. I don't want to get into the anti-snarkers, okay? This whole playlist up here. Fuck. I'm not good enough at streaming to fucking do half this shit, it seems like. Most of the time. This is why I like fucking videos, okay? I had this sort of
videos,
stuff
yeah.
I actually put fucking food shops here. This is just straight out snarking. But she's learned from the snarkers. She's become the snark. This whole Denal thing. Exactly now we, the anti-snark, are united. No, you're not, dude. Sorry, man. Once fucking Destiny and other people pull out, what do you think is gonna be the success of food shops and people like Denal who latch onto movements with hyperbolic language? Because I agree.
I mean, I guess that's the point of it. What is the point of any of these clippers to do any of this? It's just fun. Is it a hobby? Is it like, you know, or few of them are even monetizing it, I would say.
Let me not be bad faith and show the whole Romeo thing. He's already dodged that because Romeo he doesn't want to be mentioned, so I should shut up. Go on. Sorry.
No worries. But I was probably just gonna pop in for a second. But yeah, I didn't watch too much of it, but like I said, I think you took away like a good thing if you're gonna agree with Denal or anybody that's just kind of parroting, you know, talking points that just say CSAM collected. It's like responding to a tabloid magazine kind of.
Yeah, it's
fun. It serves its purpose.
He's definitely one up in fucking what all of them do, because they do that. At least Morale, not Himpleton, obviously. That would be mischaracterizing him to say that, and that would be unfair of me. What happened to the satire? I mean, you have to be super autistic nowadays to be a new commentary, I guess. Unless you're just being a contrarian, like fucking more. I'm more Queeman in that case.
Right.
So, any pro snarker, or I would rather have counter snarker techniques, technically. Either one.
Well,
works.
Yeah, it's good to have like internal critique. Like a problem that I had because I was part of the commentary like snark community, not even because I was interested in the content to begin with, just because I became friends with people who like were in that space, right, and got like close to them. So it's more like what was I gonna say? So sorry,
no, I absolutely understand. It seems to be like a black hole. You make friends with these snarkers. It's almost like that within any community. I'm trying to avoid the sort of black pit, but that sort of really fucking networking is really important, especially with fucking AI nowadays and weaponized clippers, as you said. Weaponized clippers. Community. J-Rax. Favorite of mine. I think he strikes a good blend between absurdism and making a point, but I'm probably a little bit.
I think it's good to have clippers and anti-clippers and snarkers and anti-snarkers, because ultimately, like, the sort of people that want to engage in commentary or any sort of critique online, whether it be politics or media or anything like that, those sorts of people don't want to rely on platform level critique. They don't want to rely on government level of critique. So there needs to be an internal level of critique. And like my time in that space has taught me that just being a single person doing it and trying to engage in good faith to do internal critique in these spaces doesn't necessarily work, because streaming doesn't work that way. Like when you have an entire audience, when you have friends, even if you like within like just friend groups, like I think that's something to consider with all this.
Yeah, but see, the whole thing about friendships is that it definitely biases you. And Himpleton clarified early on the stream. He said you didn't watch it, which it's actually smart. Okay, thank you for telling me to put up the fucking volume. It's hard to find that, and maybe I should actually bring up the fucking chat in case anyone's still there.
No problem.
Just fucking ZV.
Do you usually use OBS?
Yeah. Oh wow. Yes. Okay. I used to.
Do you have the like? I go by like the just the decibels, just like the audio mixer display entirely. And typically, if I have background music, I'll try to make it like, what is it, like 5 or 7 decibels lower than my sound. And then as long as that's like, what is it? It's been a while since I've used OBS. But as long as you get used to what it looks like when it sounds right, once you're streaming, it's pretty easy to notice if something's kind of like off.
See, also, that's half my problem. Even when I was streaming consistently, like a while ago, I could only do it like once, maybe twice a week. To be actually successful at streaming, well, of course, you need practice, you need experience, and you definitely need to have a consistent schedule to keep an audience. And I sort of just...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. And also, a lot of my shit is about research. I've been going different communities and trying to pick up what I can. Well, I've sort of just been going with the flow. First, what got me into actually back in the commentary, back in the day, I was doing like parodies of Leafy's, like old school 2016, really absurd stuff. And it sort of got boring after a while. They started talking about Logan Paul and shit. So I drifted off to other areas, and it came back to commentary. I was sort of pulled into it by drama, but let me not get into that. My channel reflects that. So,
yeah.
Anymore.
Well, I think having video essayists and researchers, like it's good. It's healthy for an ecosystem as well. And if you can find your niche, like that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if this bitch didn't dodge me, I knew he would be flaky.
All right, but I'm probably gonna head out myself. So
yeah, you can do very much. Yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Good chat.
Good chat.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good stream.
Thank you. Let's see how long I can keep this going and fucking motherfucker. Wrong one.
Right.
Thank you for coming.
Have a good one.
Okay. Postmodern.
Oh boy, I sure do love hanging out with my good friends. God, community, and truth. You guys are the best. No modernism, you're the best. Hey,
see, I also think that's my problem. I'm very truth focused. Okay. Himpleton, he made assumptions, okay, that I was trying to get owned. I just wanted to ask about the fucking minor part of his actual tweet. I do think it's fair that he was like, oh, you wanted to... No, I spent a fucking close to an hour looping with the same sort of points. Points I absolutely got. Absolutely no risk at all. Oh, okay.
Guys, what's up? Oh, hey, postmodernism. I was just... Why did you kill God? God's not real, idiots. Haven't you ever thought about that? Haven't you ever sat down and thought about that? Even if that was true, it would still be a helpful structure for... There's clearly no God. Use your brain, loser. Why would you kill community? Groupthink is bad, idiots. Think for yourself for a change. No! The concept of objective truth! There's no such thing as objective truth. All you've done is take from...
True. Oh, God.
You've destroyed the foundation of what's given me purpose and happiness and given me nothing in return. Huh.
I'll get back
I guess you're right.
This. And modernism is all and then there was only one. Okay. CV, do you want to talk about your experience? No. Fuck no. I don't know if I want to deal with that fucking autism there anyways. Okay. This was not fucking... I wanted to sort of go over this, and I don't know why it's not jumping on it.
What now?
I don't know, J-Rags. Jerry Chair. See, I'm at being vague, posed, fucking being a lot of fucking things. But looking around, trying to keep this going, and if one motherfucker would pop the fuck on. Sheesh. Okay, so we're looking at this. Put a little bit of music really low. I can even turn it down here. Some nice background music. Postmodernism at the end of the day. Primary stance. You can find a lot of this within the Snarker community. Cynicalism, detachment, relativism. Postmodernism. Sincerity, engagement, and hopeful vulnerability. Use of irony, all-encompassing irony used to mock or deconstruct reality. Irony. What? Oh, it kicked me out of the call. Fucking hell. Dude. Figured he would flake. Really wanted that interview. But also, Dickers DM'd me, and he brought up a very good point about the definition of Snarker. And I don't know how to actually compete with that. Everyone's going to be able to dance around the sort of dancing. So let me finish up with this. So the Snarker thing, this cynicalism, detachment, relatives. See, all the third one seems to be boop, boop, boop. They replace all this with more objective absolutionists. They go with the absolute authority, their grand narrative, which I guess is postmodernism. All-encompassing irony used to mock or deconstruct reality. Yeah. Aiden has a whole thing occasionally when I've tried to tune into his streams about, are you real? Yeah, I'm real. Sucks sometimes, but I am real. Okay, then we have truth and meaning. Skepticism towards all meta-narratives and objective truths. Which is sort of the Snark sort of way of life for the most point. Except for their objective truth. Their grand narratives usually persist. Does that really conflict with it? It's AI, so fuck it. So, and we're going to actually go here. Okay. And for some reason, you gotta love the comment section or the chat, which I wasn't paying attention to. Should I? No. I need to get practice. Okay. Sorry I didn't do the other side of this. I'm still lamenting that motherfucker flaked out on me. Postmodernism, sincerity, engagement, and hopeful vulnerability. Despite impotent Mog in me, I think I achieved this way more. I was able to compromise a little bit more, despite the way he sort of, when I just made casual remarks that had nothing to do with it, it was like, oh, yeah, I'm making a casual remark. Is that throwing you off so much, dude? Got it. Hopeful vulnerability. Ironic use as a coping mechanism. 100%. I wouldn't say a coping mechanism, as an entertaining. This is what I want to strive towards. Okay. I want to have the irony, you know, have a little bit of fun, have a little bit of nuance, which seems to be they're spitting out fucking NPC brains. Anyone who actually with half a brain or who might have watched that debate with the debate with Himpleton would probably, I'll give him credit for being able to pull it that far. Okay, he wasn't objecting to the fact that that stream happened and what I was saying was true. It was just a principled stance. Then he mogged me. You gotta love the Mog Maxers. Commentary Maxers? There's gotta be a name for that. A truth and meaning, a critical pursuit of coherent narratives and universal truths. See, this is where this breaks down. There are universal truths that can be found out there. And I'm actually getting helpful in society. So I'm taking a little bit of a slide because motherfuckers are just not actually... Okay, here's what I wanted to do. Because I found this really interesting video.
B29AT.
And let me get actually my fucking OBS to... I'm never going to get good at this. And turn off the music. I think sort of the media out there is giving me... When you take a look at the right sort of media, not that there's a right, it gives me a little hope that nihilism isn't going to fucking reign supreme forever and ever and ever.
Rather than allowing their...
Okay, so set up for this. I skipped 10 minutes. I thought this was a pretty good video. Both... It has a whole Pickle Rick thing, shitting on Pickle Rick, which awesome, man. I recommend watching this. So
characters should become plot devices. Smiling friends let them be themselves in a sense, providing an authentic measure to counterbalance the absurdity. Rather than letting the ideals of the show decay into a jaded tone, it becomes more expressive, more absurd, and more willing to break outside of whatever box people try to put it in. So how did a show made 8 years later, using inversion and even satirization of the ideals that made Rick and Morty click with the same audience, manage to not only become regarded as an instant classic from its debut, but to begin replacing its predecessor as Adult Swim's flagship program? Besides, you know.
I might speed this up a bit. There will be some commentary and lead up. The appeal of absurdity in a post-ironic world. Let's hope we can get over this fucking hump because there's legitimate fucked up things. I'm hoping in the next 4 years, if things settle out, we can actually get to a place where we're not all cynical, pretty much postmodern assholes. We evolved into postmodern assholes. Slightly different.
First, let's go back to 2013 for a second. For me, that was freshman year. I was already a few years strong into my internet cultural literacy study, though by some divine intervention, those years had seen me contained to places like YouTube and Newgrounds, along with various flash game sites, and far away from comment sections and other unsavory bits of the net. Mostly. However, part of what I remember about this era was the continuation of the late aughts-born lol random humor, then reaching a kind of maturity in the space before the postmodern cringe versus edge era of the internet had begun. This style of humor, which had now become refined into a more authentic artistic expression of comedy, i.e. people make what makes them laugh and hope others feel the same rather than catering to the algorithm or trends.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Was then, and has long been, a hallmark of internet animators specifically. Internet animators have never been strangers to the absurd, whether through satirization, parody, or just tapping into their own weird little creative brains until something odd, new, and interesting comes out. So they're pretty uniquely positioned for the natural outcomes of the habits of the internet's culture built in the 20-teens era. The use of irony as a shield, then as a
yeah, irony as a shield. All-encompassing
mask, then as something so blended into our mannerisms and thoughts that we cannot tell where the irony ends and we begin. The internet that came to define my early 20s, and even somewhat now in my mid-20s, seemingly ran on meta-irony.
I don't like eating shit. Unless.
Blurring the lines between belief and trolling until only those who had grown up on the web could ever reliably tell who was joking and who was not. And finally, until even they couldn't distinguish between the two. And this new post-irony era on the web has spread outside of internet culture into just culture. In-jokes became dog whistles, out-groups became demonized, then terrorized, and people have begun to crave something real, and in their media, just plain funny. You hear it in the complaints about how media is slop now.
Bazinga!
Sort of, kind of, just like commentary seems to be. The streamer meta seems to be strong right now. I wonder how long that'll keep up. Probably forever and ever. People will consume, but they'll need outlets for that.
You see it in the decay of pop rap's mainstream dominance, the premier genre of the fading era of nonchalant apathy. And you feel it in the success of more unhinged, improbable, and ultimately authentic media. And that's where absurdity enters the picture. Smiling Friends, above all other things, is surreal, unrestrained, and absurd.
Did you just look into my eye?
And in a society that's been mass irony poisoned, the appeal of absurdity and the appeal of a show like Smiling Friends stems from the raw, real, unobscured nature that comes with absurdity. Rather than leaning into meta-irony, nothing matters rhetoric, and the never-ending supply of too cool and nonchalant energy abundant in our culture, Smiling Friends takes the direct, if ridiculous route, even doubling down on it in season 3 as their more serious episodes manage to land the overall joke, all while playing the plot completely straight. And that's been an absolute marvel to watch. With years of irony poisoning, whether online, in our shows, movies, news, or even in our lives, the craving for originality and authenticity have come swinging back into the picture, and to be plainly honest, it's not hard to see why. This is where absurdity thrives. In a world that has been robbed of clarity and honesty, leaning into the chaos while making something that truly matters becomes paramount. Looky here, performative males. It's your favorite philosophical text, The Myth of Sisyphus. Look at the Myth of Sisyphus. Look at the Myth of Sisyphus.
Okay, there's some parts of this video I cannot fucking abide, like that fucking joke. I get it,
This little video essay, go get it!
Go get it, boys. Go get them.
Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. In The Myth of Sisyphus, Camus begins with a question founded in the absurd. Is that how I pronounce that? Hold on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can respect it, but I'm going to skip it. Skip a bit more. This might seem unrelated to Snark. But things like Smiling Friends gives me hope that there are going to be some return, if it's popular among people, if more media that, has that ironic sort of edge, but can use that irony sort of as a way to accentuate a way back to some form of sincerity, genuineness. And why the fuck would anyone care otherwise? Okay.
You're probably thinking to yourself, well, hold on, that sounds like nihilism.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
And you'd be right in your analysis. Both accept that the universe has no inherent meaning to decipher or discover, but where some nihilists roll over and accept it, the absurdist says, look at this guy over here.
Yeah, we're having a bunch of nihilism within society. Everyone's pointing it out. We're trying to find meaning. God can definitely be a certain meaning within lives. There's also family, communities. Depending on the community that you find, you can attach yourself to it. And you can go forward.
Crying because life has no inherent purpose? Somebody call a wambulance! The world is chaotic, uncaring, meaningless, and almost certainly pointless.
The sun is just gonna explode.
So fucking what? People aren't. Experiences aren't. Passions, loves, art, none of these are without meaning, even if those meanings are subjective and self-constructed. Functionally, Camus uses the myth of Sisyphus as a text to argue that even if we accept the nihilist premise, that does not mean that we are without a reason to continue living. And that reason...
Amen, brother!
Fuck you, uncaring universe! I care, and I do what I fucking want! And what I want is to imagine Sisyphus fucking smiling!
Notices too the value of authenticity in an absurd world. Mad world. Okay, I don't want to play this. Maybe I'll give a little bit more.
And that's what I like about absurdity.
I try to
it's honest
really
without the expectation of reward. It's self-authentic and genuine in its commitment to the bit.
Soon.
It's a defiance against the uncaring atmosphere of the universe and even of society just because. And it doesn't get more human than that.
What do you mean?
Smiling Friends at the end of the day is a show from two animators who prioritize their own humor and enjoyment out of their art over the network-mandated demands of focus group sensibilities. And I think that's exactly why it appealed so instantly to an audience emerging from the depths of irony poisoning and mental exhaustion that the 2020s have brought. It feels like the zeitgeist craves a certain kind of sincerity and authenticity more than anything else these days.
Well, what the really great artists do is they're entirely themselves. They're entirely themselves, they've got their own vision, their own way of fracturing reality, and then if it's authentic and true, you will feel it in your nerve endings.
You see it in the quick turnaround of Danhausen's WWE debut, going from an unknown to the audience to garnering the biggest pops from the crowd through his character work and his complete commitment to the bit.
Five knuckle shuffle, Hausen,
to the point that the bit itself becomes his authenticity.
Being able to slowly trickle into that version of me was much more comfortable and suiting.
You see it in the rise of political figures like Zoran Mamdani with his tongue-in-cheek and viral campaign style, his self-awareness and social acumen managing to capture the elusive Gen Z vote without coming off as forced.
Pokemon go to the polls!
You see it in the renewed interest in the raw expression of genres like punk and hardcore, their steady resurgence out of the Bay Area scene now emerging into mainstream acts like Turnstile and Knocked Loose, each finding themselves oscillating between the poles of unfiltered and unrestrained artistic expression.
Yeah, even if you don't like the commie New York mayor, he does have something. You have to admit to that. I think even fucking some Republicans praised him at the end of the day. So, what does this have to do with Snark? Just the sort of thing between nihilism and absurdism. Very similar. They start with the same premise. One's like, life is meaningless. Absurdism finds the fun in the meaningless. You find your own meaning. And there's other ways to do it outside of the sort of absurdism. I'm repeating myself exactly. So, Dickers did ask me the definition of snark. So I should probably come to some sort of conclusion. Let me not be bad faith and play that. They can dodge that shit all fucking day. Again, I am curious how the success. I saw her bragging about beating Queeman in numbers, but I don't think it really does. I am considering all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not even a moralist. Yeah, Duckbringer brought up the high moralistic values, and Salvo does not condemn doxing. I just find his sort of thing in there. I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? So he takes a certain position in some situations. Maybe I need to re-examine what I comment on. Your stream, you're a relevant little bro. See, I don't like this sort of shit. Okay. It's not really engaging with anything. But should I be more careful in my comments? Co-signing? Who the fuck knows? Okay. I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. A matter of consideration. And just jump in to assertions with absolutely no basis is absurd to me. Do you think that's postmodernism or post-postmodernism? No wonder they named it to metamodernism. There's a lot of things in here. There's even people on the left. Thomas Nichols, postmodernism is dead. This is who killed it after postmodernism. Outrage bait won the internet, and it's sort of true. Okay, I think I at least played throughout. Here's another thing. Old OG allegation survivor quite.
My brain is actively ripping itself apart.
Has survived this sort of segment here, okay? I was wrong about. I'm seeing a lot of videos shitting on Digital Circus. Okay, and there's even some good criticisms in there. I can, in theory, agree with. Not really my fucking show, but the ideas are interesting. I'm glad Quite actually has a sort of positive view of this. It strikes me. I added to the list because it strikes me as something, the cynical nature. It's not perfect. It does not represent indie animation. I don't want to get into the autism of that fucking spear there. I really don't. And it's sort of funny. Not really. And I sort of fucked up. And motherfucker left me high and dry. I hate these people. But let me give it a few more minutes and I'll figure this out. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. Since some of this got played, and no one else is going to care. Krillix leaks. We'll see how this goes.
If you guys haven't already, make sure to check out his channel.
You're also questioning certain things here. I want to play this. I didn't want to deal with Himpleton with this. I wanted to point out the sort of docs issue here.
Channel, give him a little subscribe as well. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about.
And this might be different in standards, I'll admit. Okay. But I want to at least dox threats.
About is Mythical with his little problem with this whole doxing thing. Now, the first one we're going to go over is potentially not that bad, but the second one's just indefensible. So there was a rumor going around that Mythical apparently wanted to dox Sean the Legend and some guy named Andrew Graves on Twitter. So naturally, I wanted to confront him to talk about this one, and what he had to say was he just made jokes and comments in the heat of the moment, I guess. But with this, I guess it could just be jokes. I can't really assume his intention, but whether or not he actually wanted to dox him or not is really unknown. But what I do not have to assume is this next one. So essentially, Rev Says Desu's dox was going around and Mythical got his hands on it. Now, obviously, I don't really care too much for Rev Says Desu or really agree with a lot of things that they say. However, obviously, that doesn't mean you just go and dox someone you don't like. So the receipts I'm about to show is him sending this to his friend Krillix, just sending the links to give access to this dox to him. And then
yeah. If this is in private DMs,
obviously that doesn't mean you just go and dox someone you don't like. So the receipts I'm about to show is him sending this to his friend Krillix, just sending the links to give access to this dox to him.
Okay, remember when Rev said his fat wife might be getting doxed? Yeah.
And then right after sending him the first link, he just...
First link, dox Ben. See, if this is in the DMs, would this be considered public? This is two content creators sharing information. Why would now if there's explicit intent to try to get Krillix, if Mythical was trying to get Krillix to spread the stocks, I would agree this would be an issue. But yeah, Mythical is a fucking retard overall.
Flat out sends him a doxman. So I want to be as fair as possible, so I went to Mythical to make sure that these screenshots were definitely 100% real, and trying to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, if you will. But when I went to him, he first said that, oh, I don't know, I don't remember doing anything like that, which is not the first time he's done something like this. Definitely won't be the last that you hear of it either. But I asked him about this and then show him the receipts, and then he goes, lol, must have forgot. Well, it doesn't matter, he's a P3 to file anyways. Which this one...
And why I just wanted to bring
100% now confirms.
And because it wasn't sort of Himpleton, I still have an issue with this. There's new information about the sort of environment where this claim comes from within Krillix and Psychonaut Therapy's Discord. Nothing confirmed, just the same sort of shit that I criticized him for. Very sus stuff, and definitely shouldn't be a community that is accepting of minors, because they seem pro-porn. If they're fucking... If you combine what we know about this, there being minors in there, with... Not in my video. I tried to translate this for particular people. It seems that I checked the update for this particular thing here, and I got out of the motherfucking thing. Hating this shit here. Okay, yeah, I put it down here. So, Himpleton returns, blows it instantly. I mean, what he said about this. Might as well,
if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know how we feel about Slime Beast. If anybody wants to know why Slime Beast and I fell out beefing, just to, you know, I don't really...
This isn't an own. I wish Himpleton would have been open up to giving the details on this. I'm not trying to get the fucking own. Of course, he's going to characterize it because that's what suits him the best. Fair enough.
I don't want to derail just yet, so I'm going to make it a 20 total, not at once.
Templeton has the power.
I'm gonna go with typing away at his keyboard, being angry at people.
Like, but yeah, Slime Beast, his big idea on how to like set himself apart is Mickey Mouse being photo negative. Like, you wanna see me take my head off?
He's got a good Mickey Mouse. I gotta give him that.
Tyrone, be my. What if he just needs to be my strong soldier and just send a clip of me talking shit about Slime Beast to him, and he will crash out. He will lose his mind.
So
okay,
crash.
That's all you have to do. As soon as I start covering him, just creepypasta. It's so got shit all over his story. Because let's be honest, that's why. I'm gonna show it to you guys because their coverage of it is so funny. Like, I'm pretty sure they just call him a faggot at one point. They call the story like super faggoty at one point. Okay, like it's 3 times. I just remember them.
I'm not even going to give you any commentary. I will actually say he's just demonstrating what he's saying Creepcast is shitting on and what is Slime Beast's creepypasta that it isn't. I double checked this. People won't care. They're fine with this. I'm fine with this. I can't do anything. Look at how he bodied me. The bigger streamer had to hyper-focus and get someone in. That did not seem like a very moderated. He came with fucking receipts, with studies about Gen Z, and I'll give the fucking credit to them. I'm going to my video because of the link. This does seem like something. Lame. Okay. Because it's not rock solid, and I think some of these claims, because
intermittent reinforcement is a psychological pattern.
He tried to keep this person near, nevertheless. I haven't heard this in his community. He's just like, oh, people figured it out. Like he says certain things here. Like second, his co-writer, the two were basically not. There was something. There's a wild claim within here. I mean, I sort of. Maybe he corrected it. Okay, that's good if he corrected it. Yeah, okay. Trying to groom me into accepting porn and get an ass mad for not being a. I think that's a slight mischaracterization of that. Maybe this probably happened. This is very within their fucking wheelhouse at the end of the day. And I'm fine with not being the most principled person out there. I think there needs to... Everyone. Yeah, I think I'm fucking done. Fucking left me high and dry. I've been floundering, and I did not set up this stream as well as I thought. Fair enough. I will try to take another attempt at the fucking ethics of snarking, but I was hoping to do this Saturday night. More time to prepare. Well, Duckbringer, I should thank for coming on. I felt it was a pity one, but fair enough.